Okay, everybody, come on in. We're cooking again. Just doing a quick recipe, so this will be really quick because you do it, mix it the night before or the day before, put it in your fridge, and then you cook it the next day. So for what we're doing today, it's pretty simple and probably pretty quick, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of chopping while we're talking. So let's show you what I'm doing. So here I've already got my 9 by 13 pan greased, and some of the 6 English muffins in my container, and cut them into, you know, about 1-inch chunks or so, and we'll throw them back in there. And then we will do the ham, or the back bacon rather. And of course, I love Canadian back bacon, but my favorite Canadian back bacon is the back bacon that has cornmeal on it. Now, I bought this previously and I froze them because it was just easier to do. So I'm just going to take a paper towel and just take some of the wetness off, because I don't know if that will affect the recipe. So I'm just going to dry them off a little bit. All right, and now we're just gonna dice. And because back bacon is already cooked, there's no need to cook this prior to mixing this. And the recipe calls for 3/4 of a pound. I'm just shy of 3/4 of a pound, but I'm okay with that. Probably one more slice would have been perfect, but I didn't know I was going to be using it for this recipe, so next time I'll know. Okay, let me just wash my hands here, and then we'll continue. And, okay. So next, we're just gonna mix this without throwing it out of the pan so that there's a good mixture there, and that looks all right. All right, so now, again, washing, well, I'll wipe my hands. Okay, now, I have 8 eggs in here, and now I'm gonna add, and I've also put 2 cups of milk. And I'm gonna add a teaspoon of onion powder. And that is pretty much it, according to the recipe. So I'm doing this as per the recipe this time. If I feel that I wanna add maybe some salt and pepper, I may do that the next time I make this. But seeing as this is the first time, we're just gonna follow their recipe. And I believe this mixture just gets poured over that. Yeah. And then we cover it and put it in the fridge until tomorrow morning. Okay, so that's why I kind of mix this in this jug, because it makes it nice for pouring. So let's just get this started. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now it recommends that you take a wooden spoon and let me just bring this closer for you. And you just make sure that all of those English muffins are going to get soaked. So what happens now is I'm just going to cover this. It's going to go in the fridge. Tomorrow morning, I need to take this out about a half an hour before I'm ready to pop it in the oven. And, you know, I think I might just stir this a little bit. That might actually work better to make sure everything's coated. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Easily distracted, as you can tell. Anyway, so what we're going to do is cover this, put it in the refrigerator, and tomorrow morning, take it out of the fridge for half an hour prior to putting it in the oven. And then cook it for 35 minutes. And then once I've cooked it for 35 minutes, I can start my hollandaise sauce. I believe there's a cover that goes on it, but I will look at those instructions and get that back to you tomorrow morning when I show you the finished baked product. Yeah, looking forward to what is called Make Ahead Eggs Benedict Casserole. And we love Eggs Benedict at our house, so I'm just excited to see if this is going to be just as good, especially if you're feeding a crowd. You could make 1 or 2 of these and you have less work than actual Eggs Benedict, but people might get the feel of it. So I'll let you know how it tastes as well, and we'll go from there. All right, see everybody tomorrow. Hi everybody, this is the second part of the Make Ahead Eggs Benedict casserole. So I put it in the oven, but before I put it in the oven, I sprinkled a little paprika on it and then covered it with foil and baked it for 35 minutes covered, and then 15 minutes uncovered. In the meantime, I made my hollandaise sauce. And the reason I didn't video the hollandaise sauce, the recipe that I got this from shows you how to make your own homemade. I unfortunately was being a little lazy and I just did the packaged stuff today. So that's what's back there. So let me show you what it looks like, serve it up, and then we'll have a try. One sec. Let's have a look. So that looks pretty tasty. And just grab some plates here. And we'll serve this up. It smells great. This is when you wish you had smell-o-vision. And you could share the smells with everybody. I'm excited to try this. All right. Oops. So this basically just looks like any other casserole. I'm just gonna grab a spatula. And an oven mitt. Oh, I bet I should try this one. I think the next time I do this, just for me, I will probably put this, put parchment underneath so that we don't get this sticky part. Well, I don't even know if that would work though because of the liquid, but it's worth a shot for the next time to give it a try. All right. So I'm just going to move this while I finish plating. So there's my hollandaise. And then I'm just going to whisk this a little bit. And then I love hollandaise, so I'm going to put just a little bit more. And then I'm going to garnish with some fresh cantaloupe pieces. And that's it for this recipe, everybody. I do hope that you try this and enjoy it. And in the meantime, let me see, I'll have a bite here. Different, but okay for a group setting. So thanks everybody. See you next time on Come On In, We're Cooking.